Hey everyone, thanks for visiting us here at ArklateXHomepage.com and the ArklateXHomepage.com app. I'm meteorologist Josh Marcis. Nice treat for us today as we did see rain and cloud cover hold quite a few locations so far today across Texas and Louisiana in the 90s here, or low 90s, and actually quite a few locations across Arkansas holding in the upper 80s right now. But where we've kind of missed out on the rainfall, we've been in the mid 90s in East Texas, and I hope everybody enjoyed it today because we've got phase 2 of our heat wave really beginning to build in as we go through the day tomorrow and especially into the upcoming weekend. Go ahead and show you what's happening here as far as your forecast. See the sun starting to pop back out there, and that has boosted us up to 91 in Shreveport. Still at 88 in Texarkana, but over the last hour or so, those temperatures have warmed about 3-4 degrees. Right now, not watching too much in the way of rainfall. What was passing through this morning still holding together across Toledo Bend, and notice there is another band of isolated showers moving in north of I-30 across portions of Oklahoma and southern Arkansas, and it will just kind of depend on how much we warm up here in the next few hours as to far as what we will see this evening. But the Storm Prediction Center does have a good chunk of the Arklatex still in their severe weather outlook, and again, reason for that, we do have that frontal boundary across the region, and if temperatures do get warm enough, could see a few storms capable of producing some high wind gusts. And there's your temperatures now into the 90s pretty much everywhere across East Texas. 92 Minden and Texarkana to Queen still holding in the 80s right now, and I go ahead and take that back because the Storm Prediction Center just issued a new outlook, and they took most of southern Arkansas out of their severe weather outlook risk. So what that means is the temperatures just haven't rebounded enough, so you may see a thunderstorm or two this evening, but should look like avoid that severe weather threat. And the threat was for us to see some high wind gusts, but again, with temperatures staying out of the mid and upper 90s today, just not the strong updrafts in those storms that was expected here. And as far as futurecast, again, it shows things staying relatively quiet tonight, maybe just a spark up shower there across Interstate 30, but most locations will stay dry tonight. Hopefully we can get rid of some of this cloud cover, because if the clouds stay with us, we'll likely see temperatures in the low 80s tonight, and if we can get rid of the clouds, we'll get rid of some of that heat, and temperatures will eventually settle into the 70s. But again, the phase 2, we had phase 1 of the heat wave earlier this week, got a little bit of a break here for the past few days, but phase 2 right back with us tomorrow as we go through the day. You see plenty of sunshine, rain chances staying off to the east as a big ridge of high pressure building in, and it looks like we'll probably miss out on the rain Friday as well, and we'll look for next week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, for those rain chances to return. But the story here the next few days will be that just searing summer heat for us, starting out tomorrow morning in the 70s. Should see afternoon highs in most locations in the upper 90s, but quite a few locations across the drought-stricken areas of East Texas, close to 100 degrees, if not a little bit above that. And as far as the heat index, still have a lot of humidity lingering across the region here, so we'll be probably in that 103 to 105 range as far as your feels like temperatures tomorrow afternoon. And notice the pink and purple building in off the map there over in Texas and Oklahoma. Eventually that's going to shift towards us. That means heat index values quite possibly this weekend approaching 110 degrees. We're going to watch this big ridge of high pressure out to the west, and you see that ridge kind of centered over the four corners there in the upcoming days, makes its way into Texas and Oklahoma, and that's a bad spot to be in July because that means dry weather and that means extremely hot. But the only good thing this is going to do for us is bring those upper level winds in from the north, and if you've been one of those persons maybe suffering from the dust being in the air here the last few days, it should clear that dust out of here late this week and into the weekend. Right now, Saharan dust layer is still pretty strong, so want to limit your exposure outside, especially if you do have some kind of respiratory issues. And as far as the 7-day forecasts, up to 101 by Friday, 102 Saturday, Sunday, and again, heat index values over the weekend close to 110. So talk about a heat advisory when you're in that 105 to 109 range. Excessive heat warnings may be possible Saturday, Sunday, and so if you have outdoor errands, outdoor plans, things you need to take care of, probably need to do it before 10 a.m. this weekend because of that dangerous heat setting up, and we'll start to lower those temperatures next week. That ridge of high pressure that I showed you on the map there makes its way back out to the west, and another front will make its way in. So returning rain chances Tuesday, Wednesday, and that should drop our temperatures back into the 90s towards the middle of next week.